channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're gonna start with your quantitative aptitude class, and that is your 183 class, where we had done our 182th class of the session. In that we had started with arithmetical ability, and where we are in your time and distance, so that has been the important one, of course, and where we had completed your 13th question in the last classes. Today we're going to start with your 14th question of the session, and that is of course being important one. So let's get started with the same. But before starting with this, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go ahead with like, share and subscribe, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. So 14th question of the session we have. The question is, a car moves at a speed of 80 km per hour. What is the speed of the car in meters per second? The options were 8 meter per second, 20 1/9 meter per second, 22 2/9 meter per second, none of these. And that has been asked in your hotel management question paper. Let's get started. A car moves at the speed of 80 km per hour. What is the speed of the car? In meter per second. And that has been asked in hotel management question paper. So that we have as follows options, as I told you. So let's get started with the same. That has been the important one too. So before dealing with the questions here, it's a huge request, those who had not subscribed our channel, it's a huge request to please go ahead, so that you will be get to know about all the detail what we are going to do in, and how you have to solve these type of a question as well. So here speed is equals to $80 into, here this is in kilometer per hour, and this is, we have to find out meter per second. So we multiply by 5/18 meter per second. So 2 9s are 18, 2 4s are 8, and 0. Okay, so 4 5s are 20, so that is 200 by 9 meter per second, which is equals to 22 2/9 meter per second. Okay, this is what I have to answer it out. So let's get started with the next, which is we have to deal here, and that we have as follows. Another important question. The question is, an athlete runs 200-meter race in 24 seconds, and his speed is, this has been asked in SSC examination paper. The options were 20 km per hour, 24 km per hour, 28.5 km per hour, and 30 km per hour. So let's get started. So here we go. An athlete runs 200 meters race in 24 seconds. His speed is, this has been asked in SSC examination paper. Options were 20 km per hour, 24 km per hour, 28.5 km per hour, and 30 km per hour. So we go for the same. speed is equals to 200 upon 24 meter per second equals to 25 by 3 meter per second. This is equals to, it is in meter per second and we have to convert it in the kilometer per hour, so it will be 2 into 25 by 3, then here 25 by 3 into 18 by 5. It is in have to complete in kilometer per hour, and here in the same way this is your meter per second, so it is multiplied by 5 by 18. It is the reverse process, so we'll multiply by opposite one, that is your 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25, 3 ones are 3, and 3 6 are 18, so 6 5s are, that is your 30. It is in kilometer per hour, which is 30 kilometer per hour. Now we go for another question that has been the another important one. So here we go for the same. That is the 16th question of the session. The question is, which of the following trains is the fastest? The options here we have 25 meter per second, 1500 meter per minute, 50 kilometer per hour, and none of these. So here we go for the same. "25 meter per second equals to 25 into 18 by 5 kilometer per hour, which is equals to 90 kilometer per hour, and 25 meter per second equals to 25 into 60 meter per minute. It will be your 1500 meter per minute. So all the three speeds are equal. So all the three speeds are equal. Now we go for another question, that is your 17th question of the sessions here, which has been the another important one. That is, we have as follows. So 17th question of the sessions we have. Question is, a person crosses a 600 meter long street in 5 minutes. What is his speed in kilometer per hour? Options were 3.6, 7.2, 8.49, 10, and that has been asked in RRB examination paper. So let's go for the same. A person crosses a 600 meter long street in 5 minutes. What is his speed in kilometer per hour? Options were 3.6, 7.2, 8.4, and 10. and this is been asked in RRB examination paper. So for that we'll go for it and we'll find out the solution here. So here we go. So speed is equals to 600 upon 5 into 60 meter per second. 0 and 0 cancel. 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. Okay, 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12. So it will be 2 meter per second. Then it will be converted to into 18 by 5 kilometer per hour, which is equals to 7.2 kilometer per hour. Now we go for another one, and that is the another important question. 18th question, and the question we have: a man walking at the rate of 5 km per hour crosses a bridge in 15 minutes. The length of the bridge in meter is that has been asked in SSC examination paper. Options were 600, 750, 1000 and 1250. So let's go for the same. A man walking at the rate of 5 km per hour crosses a bridge in 15 minutes. The length of the bridge in meters is, this has been asked in SSC examination paper. So the options for the same, it will be 600, 750, 1000 and 1250. So this is for the same here. Speed is equals to 5 into 5 by 18 meter per second. It is equals to 25 by 18 meter per second. Distance covered in 15 minutes equals to 25 by 18 into 15 into 60. So 3 5s are 15 and 3 6 are 18. 6 1s are 6, 6 10s are 16. 25 into 5 into 10. It will be 1250 meters. That will be the right answer for this question. Now we go for another one, that has been the another important question, is your 19th question of the session. You can just copy down the solution from here, so that if you are not able to solve this by one. 19th question. The question we have here: how long will a boy take to run around a square field of side 35 meters If he runs at the rate of 9 km per hour, then this is being asked in SSC examination paper, and that is of course being important one. Options were 50 second, 52 second, 54 second, and 56 second. So let's go for the same. How long will a boy take to run round a square field of side 35 meter? If he runs at the rate of 9 km per hour. We've been asked in SSC examination before. So the options were 50 second, 52 second, 54 second, and 56 second. So we go for the same. So here we go. Speed is equals to 9 km per hour equals to 9 into 5 by 18 meter per second, 5 by 2 meter per second, distance is equals to 35 into 4 meter, which is equals to 140 meter. Time taken equals to 140 into 2 by 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 2s are 10, and 5 8s are 40. So 28 2s are, which will be here 56 seconds. Now we go for another one, that is being the another important question here, which will be the 20th question of the session. So we go for the same, and that the question is, a car is running at the speed of 108 km per hour. What distance will it cover in 15 seconds? The options are 45 meters, 55 meters, 450 meters. Cannot be determined, none of these. And this has been asked in the RBI examination paper as well. So we go for the same. So 20th question we have. A car is running at a speed of 108 km per hour. What distance will it cover in 15 seconds? Options were 45 minutes, 55 minutes, or 100 minutes. Cannot be determined, none of these, so that has been asked in the RBI. So here we go for the same. I will find out the solution. So speed is equals to 108 km per hour. 108 into 5 by 18 meter per second equals to 30 meter per second. Distance covered in 15 seconds equals to 30 into 15 minute, that is equals to 450 meter, 450 meters. So that has been the answer here. Now we go for another question that has been the another important one, that is the 21st question of the session. Let's get started with the same. So 21st question of the session, we have one of the two buses complete a journey of 300 km in 7.1/2 hours, and in the same way. So that is in 172 hours here. So in 172 hours, 7.1/2 hours, and the other journey of 450 km in 9 hours. The ratio of their average speed is in that you have to answer it out, and that has been asked in the RRB examination paper. And the options is 2:3, 3:4, 4:5, and 8:9 as well. So let's get started with the same. Here we go. 21st one. One of the two buses complete a journey of 300 km in 7.1/2 hours, and the other journey of 450 km in 9 hours. The ratio of their average speed as this has been asked in RRB examination paper. Options is 2:3, 3:4, 4:5, and 8:9. So for the same we go for the here, and that we have ratio of speeds. Let's get started. Ratio of speed equals to 300 into 2/15. Ratio 450/9 equals to 40. Ratio 50 equals to 4:5. Now we go for another one, that has been the another important question, and that what we'll discuss here. The question we have as for: a truck covers a distance of 550 meters in 1 minute, whereas a bus covers a distance of 33 kilometers in 45 minutes. The ratio of their speed is, this has been asked in the SSC examination paper. Options for the same here: 3:4, 4:3, 3:5, and 50:3. So let's get started here. 22th question of the session. The question is: a truck covers a distance of 550 meters in 1 minute, whereas a bus covers a distance of 33 kilometers in 45 minutes. The ratio of their speed is speed is, this has been asked in SSC examination paper. So let's get started for the same. The options for the same here is 3:4, 4:3, 3:5 and 50:3. So let's get started here. The ratio of speed equals to equals to 550 by 60 into 18 by 5, ratio 33 by 45 into 60 equals to 33:44, which is 3:4 here. And now we go for the another one, that has been the another important question is your 21st question of the session, and that we have as follows. So let's get started, and we'll go now end up here only, and that will discuss the rest of the questions in the next coming class, which is of course being the important one. And other than this, we talk about it if in a detail. So yes, we had done many of the questions related to it, and we find out the many of the questions in this. We'll discuss the rest question in that is your the another classes, and in your 184 classes of the session. But here we're gonna tell you that we had done your reasoning, which is your verbal reasoning and the non-verbal reasoning. And even though we had done your chemistry part 1 for class 11, and part 2 we are dealing here. Physics part 1 we had started with the same. We are dealing with the CBNST and the English vocabulary as well. And in terms of quantitative aptitude, so yes, in quantitative aptitude we had started with the arithmetical ability. In that we had done your numbers, SCF and LCF of numbers, decimal fractions, simplification, square roots and cube roots, averages, problems on numbers, percentages, sets and indices, percentage, profit and loss, ratio and proportion, partnership, chain rule, time and bond, pipe and system, time and distance, problems on train, roads and streams, allegations or mixture, simple interest, compound interest, logarithm, area, volume and surface area, races and games of skills, calendar, clock, stocks and shoes, permutations and combinations, probability to discount, bankers discount, height and distance, on mid-hour series. In data interpretation, we have to cover up the tabulations, bar graph, pie charts and line graph. So here we're gonna end up with. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on the comment box. Thank you.